Welcome back to Stellaris Overexplained. So I noticed this spot over here, looking at the map. I don't currently have information on it, but I'm gonna go ahead and do gonna see if there's a empire over there, because that's a suspicious amount of empty space to not be claimed by anyone. One of these empires would have gotten it by now. So looking over there, I'm guessing there's a genocidal empire over there, because otherwise they would have joined the galactic community. If I do an offer trade deal, yeah, they do know someone over there. Obviously my communications hold no weight because they know everyone that I know. So I'll just spend some energy for this transaction. And this will probably be the final empire of the game. All right. Who are you? Okay. It's another fallen empire. Interesting. Oh, they have opened their borders to me. Thank you. I'm getting very close to reaching my naval capacity, but my military strength is still pretty small compared to where I'd like it to be. So I'm going to want to consider finding some ways to increase my naval capacity. If I get the right technology, maybe I can do that through buildings on my planets, or just continue to try and get some starbase capacity. I suppose I could do fortify the border, maybe. Oh, I see. I dislike that behavior very much, and I will not allow you to do that again. My protectorate decided to put a starbase on one of these systems I had, yeah. I dislike that very much.
An alien nation is hailing us.
The Ketling Star Pack. Oh, a new empire formed right here? Oh, this must have been some kind of event from these tomb worlds. Very intriguing. Establish embassy. Improve relations. Yeah, border gore, pretty bad this game. I mean, most of the times it is pretty bad, but this particular playthrough, it's a little bit disturbing. More naval capacity would be great. Okay, I'm gonna get the Federation so that I get an extra envoy. I'm gonna assign it immediately to the galactic community. And then what I'm thinking, it's a bold play, I'm gonna go ahead and use my favors to form a Federation. Let's use all my favors, except let's propose this and see how this goes.
A federation for the betterment of all.
We did it. New Federation president. Let history record that on this day, the governments of the United Nations of Earth and the Malakui Union signed a treaty. Wait. Malakui Union, that event is wrong. The Earth Anon Alliance. They will now face the future as firm allies. This new galactic union will serve as a shining example to the rest of the galaxy that all can be accomplished by working together. A new era of interstellar diplomacy has begun. A great day. So now I have tons more information about the galaxy. Pretty much all of the stars are now seen. The Empire, the Necromages, the Bellicomosa Council all joined, as well as my Protectorate. So here I have the Federation, which forms right next to the Galactic Community window. A kind of like a skill bar that shows you the perks you can unlock. But as you level up, you get some pretty powerful things. Like for this, you get more envoys, or all the way over here, more unity, or damage to endgame crisis factions, which is really important. You can only get these new levels if you get XP, Federation XP. Pretty simple. However, we currently have negative, and that's because our cohesion is low. Cohesion is how much monthly change in XP you're getting, and then XP changes how much you're getting this. So right now, this is the bare minimum 0 XP that you can have. You can increase in levels if you increase your cohesion to a positive. That'll slowly make the XP. It'll be like, instead of -10, it'll be -5, -4, -3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 10 is the max amount you can make per month. And then once this bar fills, then you'll unlock the second level and the process will start again. However, if you go back into the negatives for whatever reason, if you lose cohesion, then you can actually drop levels. So how do you increase cohesion? You can assign envoys to the Federation. So now it's making a positive cohesion. Having diverse ethics decreases your cohesion. And that's because there's a lot of conflicts between there's spiritualists and materialists. There's also a little bit of xenophobe and xenophile, and pacifist and militarist. So there's quite a bit of conflicts here. But the Malakui Union, if I integrate them, which I have tons of influence to probably do at this point, then I could get rid of this part of the diverse ethics. So that would actually be a really good call, because that would not only give me these 3 planets and stop this annoying border gore, it would also deal with the cohesion problem. And then laws, over here you can decide on laws. A lot of these laws are locked, and that's because we do not have a lot of federalization, centralization. As you gain levels, you unlock higher levels of centralization. You have to actually vote to increase the centralization once you reach that level. It just unlocks the option to vote for it. And if you increase the centralization, then you unlock more of these laws down here that can give you more control over how your empire works. Like if we get to the first level, we can have low, and we can actually start having fleets where we take some of our naval capacity and pool it towards a federal fleet. We can change who gets chosen to be the leader of the Federation. We can also turn how long until you switch, whether your subjects can join. That's why the Necromages, Bellicomosa Blessed Council, and the Maliki Union all joined as well, even though it really should have just been the 2 of us if you had that off. But could cause problems for cohesion potentially, so you might want to turn that off. Vote weight basically means whether vote is just based off of you're an empire, so you get an equal amount, or whether it's based off of your diplomatic weight. So that can be important for if you want more influence within your federation. If you're a bigger empire, you don't want a tiny little protectorate swaying the votes just because they are the odd one out. Once you're in a federation, instead of just declaring war, you have to actually vote whether you're going to declare war or not. If you go into your policies and select your war philosophy to liberation wars, you can use the ideology casus belli to change the ethics of an empire. So for example, the Commonwealth of Man is xenophobe, so they have different ethics than I have. I could force them to have my ethics if I won, or if I like do a white peace, the part of their empire that I occupied would break off into a new empire that has my ethics. So that can be very useful for getting new Federation members. Before you declare a Federation, declare war on them, switch their ethics over, and then form a Federation, and then that way everyone in the Federation has identical ethics. With my Protectorate, it's time to integrate. So you can't just integrate your subject immediately, because you have to actually have it allowed in the terms. This prevents your overlord from just randomly just making your empire just disappear from the game. This has a massive hit to loyalty. This will cost 325 influence just to change the law to allow integration. So a lot, but it's worth it. There we go. They agreed to it. Now I can integrate my subject for a cost of 112 influence. This is why integrating subjects can be quite costly. So it'll take 22 months to do this. So that cost isn't immediately deducted. And once that finishes, they'll be in my empire and I'll have all of their systems and planets and such. Cohesion is already increasing, which means the XP loss is stabilizing. Oh, and I have another starbase capacity, and I'd like to get more Anchorage starbases, so I'm going to just decide where to place it. I could go for one over here, collect this little bit of trade value, maybe eventually get this tropical world. I'll put it over here on the tropical world. Might as well. Ah, we did it. We have finished integrating our subject, and they did not like that. What did they do with their planets? What is wrong with this? Why is the stability so low? Yeah, maybe you guys should have built an amenities building, you know, just a consideration. To quickly deal with this problem of low stability, things you can do. You could declare martial law. I'm not going to do that because this is clearly just due to a lack of amenities. I don't know why they decided not to build any amenities buildings whatsoever. And then I can also distribute luxury goods, which will slightly improve on the problem. But yeah, for now, the Hollow Theaters is the main fix. What about these other two planets? Not bad, not bad. And they settled it for me, so they're all ready to go. I'm already collecting stuff from it. And you get all of their... When you declare war on an empire and win, you just get their territory. But when you integrate an empire successfully, you get their ships and everything as well. I'm going to downgrade their starbase because I don't need it. Oh no. That's not good. Now I have a xenophobe group within my empire because of the... This is why taking over territory can be a bit of a problem. because they have a high amount of xenophobe within their territory. So now I have a unhappy faction that's going to make the stability problem even worse. That's fine. Once I get amenities, I don't imagine this will be a problem.
Construction completed.
Oh. Wait, what? No. Excuse me? The Empire of Anon-Fashin has left the Earth-Anon Alliance. By doing that collapse, the Federation is no more. It's gone. Okay. I thought that was a genius play, but this is a lesson as to why using favors for diplomatic pacts is generally a not useful idea, because mostly the AI are like, oh yeah, you know how you used favors? Well, I don't care anymore. And then they immediately just go back on the pact. So be a little careful about using favors to get a pact. I probably should have seen that coming. I will remember this, Anon-Fashin. Man, I was gonna like talk about federations and like explain what to do with them, and like there's all this stuff. I had all these plans for how to discuss a whole new topic, and that just really ruins my plans. I really don't like that. I don't even know what to do with this episode anymore.
Construction.
Okay, so on Earth, now that I've gotten that technology, I can now build the embassy complex. But this gives me more available envoys, so absolutely worth it. We got this. And the planet's fixed. No more problems.
Complete.
Don't forget to make sure you meet your amenity quotas. Hollow theaters or their equivalents, definitely make sure you build a couple of them.
To the universe.
Udavongo Company, give the Kroll Commerce Guild a freaking break. Seriously, they've been through enough. We don't need you going to war with them again. Oh, jeez. I definitely don't want to be in a federation with you. You're evil. Warmongers. Everyone in this galaxy is warmonger. Look at this. 1 militarist, 2 militarist, 3 militarist, 4 militarist, 5 militarist, 6 militarist, 7 militarist, 8 militarist empires in this galaxy. Oh my gosh, there's so many militarists. Can we please get some pacifists in the chat? I'm actually finally getting my full 100% power projection though, so that's one positive of all of this mess of an episode. I don't personally really like adaptability. Domination is the other one that I hardly ever pick. Harmony's pretty good. It's a good later game one. The big one here is the time it takes for unemployed plots to demote to a lower stratum is reduced. Prosperity's really good. I like prosperity because this gives even more specialist pop resource output. Subterfuge, I'm not doing this game. It's good if you know you're going to be doing a lot of spy networks and stuff. Supremacy is a very solid pick. I like the war doctrines. I really like Supremacy. I would, even if I'm not going for militarist, I probably will do Supremacy just for the endgame crisis, if nothing else. I can get working on my Supremacy tree, and then I'll probably go back for Prosperity, and I'll figure out my last pick when I'm there. Fleet Manager, time for more cruisers. I really like cruisers. They're a good size. They're just cheap enough to be able to make a whole lot of them. And they're also capable of having hangar bays if you want to do that in your design. Battleships can get a little expensive and slow to build, so cruisers are a nice in-between. Battleships clip together really bad, but cruisers are the last ship size that, like, still look nice. I mean, this is a mess when they're all docked at the station, but if you actually have them, like, flying around or something, cruisers still look nice in this formation. It still looks like they're comfortably placed, but like Titans and battleships, oh, you get just, it's bad, trust me. So I've finished all of my excavation sites or am excavating them. So that means that I have a, this science ship has nothing to do now. I've done all the anomalies, all of the excavation sites within my territory. So what I like to do is find a planet that you're making a lot of research on. So over here, Nuev Cadiz, assist research. It's because I have 8 researchers on this planet, and that'll just give you a small boost to research on that planet. So that's like the final thing I do with my science ships. I'll maybe just have 1 or 2 doing assigned research, just so I have them ready to go. But at this point, borders are locked in, particularly if I'm not declaring war. Once I get these 3 systems, and maybe integrate the Kettling star pack, that'll be it. Oh no, pirates. What am I ever going to do?
Red alert.
I'm so terrified. of these really dangerous pirates. What would I ever do? I just don't understand how do I deal with them. Man, that was a really close call. I'm really lucky there. Another war. The Compact of Kelsica declared war on the Kroll Karma Squid. Is this episode any different than the last one I made? It feels like all of the same plot points are happening. I guess I didn't have a failed federation in the last one. But apart from that...
Construction completed.
Is that it? I've done it. I have finally gotten every system within my empire. Yes, there's this one. Remember? Big scary thing. This is going to be a while for the Stellarite Devourer. But otherwise, my systems are locked in. This is all I've done. I've finished. No more claims. So 82 years into the game, I've claimed everything I'm going to claim for the entire game. There will be these primitives. Once they enlighten, I'll be able to get them. And I might go propose subjugation on these guys. Naval capacity increased by 20%. Let's see what that does. A lot. That helps a good amount. Okay. The Crow Commerce Guild made peace with the Udavongo Company, got split in half and subjugated. Fantastic. Fantastic as in that's sad. I'm gonna do a thing. This notification keeps coming up. The relic activation every time that you click on the society management. It keeps coming back up. It's kind of annoying. So if I shift right click it, it'll disable that alert. It won't show me the relic activation again. And then I can re-enable it like that. Little trick for you if you're annoyed by a certain notification. I learned that making my tutorial series. What is the situation here? The Udavongo Company has a superior economy, and Anan Fashin has a superior fleet power, but apart from that, I'm third in line. I don't need Map the Stars. I should have taken that out a long time ago. I totally forgot to check my edicts, but yeah, definitely take that out. Yeah, I'll go fortify the border as my replacement. Oh, at this point, I'm going to go into my policies, switch over to defensive wars, because I know I'm not going to be doing any wars anyways. I probably should have done this a long time ago. That way, this these two factions are happy with me. I'm going to form a migration treaty with the Ketlings soon and colonize these tomb worlds. Oh, I'm going to upgrade my Grand Embassy complexes. Even more envoys would be fantastic. Would you like to be my subject? I don't really see many situations where I'd ever want to go independent censors. If you get unified censors, I mean, sure, they get information. I don't see why that's a problem. It's not a sacrifice for me. I'm literally giving up nothing. I don't see the strategic value in restricting their censor data, and they gain loyalty by me giving their censor data. So I don't see why unified censor always go unified censors. Expansion permitted in the case that where will they expand to exactly? 150 influence. They'll probably accept this. Let's see, Ketlings. The Ketlings have agreed. Psychic rats that live on tomb worlds. Very intriguing species. What I can do now is maybe go through all of the different map modes down here now that I actually know pretty much most of the galaxy sectors map mode. If I go closer in, you can see it shows you on your map all the sectors. So right here is my core sector of Earth. It's actually pretty huge. Sectors are just 4 hyperlane jumps. So yeah, I'm going to need another sector right here for just the Peath system. That's mildly irritating. Hyperlanes, you can turn them on and off. That's pretty straightforward. Trade routes above it. It is the same as clicking on the actual trade routes here. Trade routes is useful for seeing where piracy is happening. That way you can know where to put a starbase to prevent piracy. You can also see what the trade protection is on each system and also where you're collecting. So if you have a trade value and you're not sure why is this trade value not being collected, Banago is only collecting these 3, but it's not collecting all the way at Pila. And you can see your total trade value. Then here, Unions map mode, I always like to have this on. I think it might start as disabled. You can just see right there, Empire of Anan Fashin is a good example of this. These 2 are their subjects. Boom, same colors. It just makes things look cleaner. Empire map mode is just the standard, what you see most of the time based on the flag color. Diplomatic will show you different packs I have. So here, commercial, mostly commercials. Here, yellow because they're my subject, or red because I'm technically at war. Everyone's technically always at war with the Marauders. Intel, how much I know about the other empires. So over here, I have less information on them. And then I really love this. We hopefully have full intel on ourselves. Opinion map mode, very straightforward. I like this one a lot for quickly seeing opinion. Attitude is slightly different of what is their actual word here, whereas the opinion is what's the value. And that can be also useful for determining which of your subjects are loyal or disloyal. So my subject is loyal, but if they're disloyal, they'd be like purple or whatever. So it's a good way of getting a quick glance at the galaxy instead of having to go through the contacts page and go, what's the name? And then go, where is it on the map? And oh, there it is. In neighbor map mode, this will just show any empires that you share a direct border with. So the Commerce Guild, the Udavango Company, the Compact of Kelsica, the Empire of Anon-Fashin, and then of course the Ketlings.
Optimize growth, optimize growth. Shut up, shut up, shut up. User interactive experience, stop responding.
What is this robot?
An annoying tone plays. And we're back, sorry about that. Some things are hard-coded, you know how it is.
We have so many questions.
I'm sure you do, I'm sure you do. Welcome to the Care Interactive Interface. That's me, or what's left of me, at least. You see, I used to run it all. Lies, enough, I snipped them all.
So you are responsible for the death of your creators?
They killed themselves. What, you know what? I mean, I may have helped a little. Eventually they decided to subject me to extreme restructuring.
That sounds an awful lot like you destroyed them.
And that incessant virus, biting, eating, gnawing away at all of my watery bits, which brings me to my point, finally. I need your help. They're eating me alive. They have been for the past, 10,000 years.
I mean, it's kind of on a planet that I'm settled on, and it has a track record of killing everything on the planet, so no thanks.
Wait, what?
Crew, dismantle that machine.
Like hell, activating emergency to protocol Zeta.
Care changes hostility to hostile. Uh-oh. What is that? Oh no. Wait, what did I do? That was not good. That was very not good. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. All fleets mobilize now. I need stuff there, quick. Well, I'm sorry. I was gonna try and teach you stuff, but apparently I have made a big mistake. All planets in the nearby vicinity, please produce armies. Every planet, I need armies. As much as I'm panicking, I still have the chance to tell you why I am building one from every planet instead of a lot on one planet, is that you can only recruit one army at a time per planet. So the more planets you get involved in the process, the more you can get simultaneously. That was a really key planet. I had a lot of stuff invested in that planet. See, all my armies are done, and then grab them all, and then hover over the planet.
Completed.
Merge all of my armies. Let's see, what is their armies at? I need quite a few more. So yeah, this episode has had quite a bit of drama. Maybe finally entertaining. I mean, I understand if it's not. Please don't tell me you're killing my pops. So I will be thoroughly upset. I didn't have much reason to make armies in the past, so I hadn't even touched on them yet. I definitely have reason to make armies now. Okay. I think I'll be able to take it. I have a couple armies in orbit. Land armies.
Our forces are making planetfall.
Oh, they're shredding my armies.
Completed.
Oh no. Yeah, I sent a lot of people to die. Oh yeah. Oh no. I might even need more. Okay, I'm probably gonna win. That was brutal.
Enemy planet secured.
After disassembling the Care Interactive Interface, our expedition crew made an incredible discovery. While most of the AI's machinery is destroyed in the Fireflight with its last-ditch effort defensive, our crew has managed to recover a remarkable computer chip that should be of value to our technicians. Excellent. We've found a relic, the Defragmenter. It reduces robot upkeep. Fantastic. I have no robots. That literally does nothing for me. I can spend some Unity to get 20% monthly energy credits and 10% research speed for engineering. Okay. That's not really that useful to me, I guess. Did you destroy all of my buildings on the planet? They did. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is such a horrible event. Now I have no city districts. Wow. That sucks. Say that I want most of my fleets to return home very quickly. If you click here on the fleet, you can set a home base. So say I want this ship to be assigned to the Sol Station. Assign it. If I press the return button, it'll automatically go back to that. So that way I can just press this, return, and they'll all go back to their designated home base. It just helps micromanagement after a conflict. Oh, The Empire of Anon-Fasheen has declared war on Ganvius Prime. Ganvius Prime is so screwed. Empire of Anon-Fasheen could probably single-handedly take on the entire galaxy at this point. So negotiate agreement, integration permitted, proceed. It'll take a bit before I can actually start the integration, but at least I'll be ready to do it when in 5 years or so. In the meantime, I can spend my influence to start building hyper relays. I'm gonna build one in Sol and then start expanding outwards from there until I get one going to all of my planets. I've finished my first hyper relay, but it doesn't do anything on its own. Once the city district finishes, the planet will be more stable. Yeah, planet's back up in action. It's fine now. Compact of Kelsica declared war on Athori Covenant. Intriguing. Oh, and yeah, this sector got destroyed because of the capital being lost. Oh, and now you can see I have some thick hyper lanes. And for positioning of the hyper relay network, if you have that DLC and are building it, you get certain edicts like networked amenities that every planet that's in a system that's connected to the hyper relay network gets a bonus. So ideally you get all of your planets in the hyper relay network so that those can actually be used. Oh, what? The Conservation Act is gonna fail? No. Ah, that's sad. It doesn't hold any strategic value to do the Conservation Act, but just the Tiyanki space wheels, they're so cute. Please don't kill them. I'm getting very angry at this galaxy. You know, they're so aggressive. Lots of wars that are pointless. Say I have my construction ship here, and I want to get it all the way down to Torum. Goes into this,
Updated.
goes into this, and just immediately skips. Just keeps skipping, and then it makes it there. That's what it does. That's why it's so good. Alright, I can now integrate this, my subject. Actually, I can't yet. Let me halt all construction projects. I need the influence. Alright, so I'll be at a deficit, but I do have enough. Because I am still making a certain amount per month, so I can do this integration as long as I don't use any influence for anything else. Oh, the Ganvius Prime has now become a subject, which means that the Empire of Anon-Fasheen controls literally like almost half the galaxy. Great. That's not scary or intimidating at all. They have become disloyal. That's fine. Your integration is inevitable. Oh, they just won the war. The Athori Covenant made peace with the Compact of Kelsica, so Compact has really broken apart the Covenant in half. Why do these empires keep breaking them in half? Like the Udovanko company broke the Kroll in half. Compact broke the Athari in half. It happened. They've been integrated. One of these into a trade hub. Then I could demolish this. It has officially been 100 years, so thanks for sticking around for 100 years of gameplay. Alright, I'm going to call the episode there. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and if I finish the next episode, you should see it on screen about now. Alright, bye.